Welcome everyone. Today's video is not just a lesson. It's a wake-up call. Because the truth is, you are not lazy, you are not untalented, you are not broken, you're just distracted. Yes, your focus has been stolen. Your brain has been hijacked by constant noise, endless notifications, cheap dopamine, and a world that profits every time you look away from your goals. And the worst part, you didn't even realize it was happening. That's why today's video is different. This is not about morning routines. This is not about motivational quotes. This is about saving your attention. Because your attention is your life. If you fix your focus, you can rebuild your mind, reclaim your energy, restore your confidence, and rewrite your entire future. And today, I'm going to give you 10 powerful, practical, and life-changing steps that will help you do exactly that. By the end of this video, you won't just feel inspired. You'll have a real challenge to take on, a real system, a new identity. This will be one of the most important videos you ever watch. And here's the best part. As we go step by step, you won't just fix your focus. You'll also improve your English. Every part of this journey is explained in clear, simple English that builds your confidence, grows your vocabulary, and helps you think in English too. So, this is more than just motivation. It's your mind gym and your English training ground. By the end, your focus will sharpen, your life will shift, and your English will grow with it. So let's begin. Let's fix your focus. Step 1. Protect your morning before the world attacks you. Let me ask you something. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? If your answer is, check your phone, scroll Instagram, read WhatsApp messages, watch YouTube shorts, then you've already lost the first battle of the day. Why? Because you're training your brain to react instead of create, consume instead of think, follow instead of lead. Your brain in the morning is like a sponge. Whatever you give it in the first 30 to 60 minutes gets absorbed deeply. So if you feed it distractions, chaos, other people's lives, you kill your ability to focus for the rest of the day. The world wants your attention before you even brush your teeth. Every app, every algorithm, every platform, they all scream, "Look at me, look at me, look at me." And if you don't protect your attention, you lose it. Not for 5 minutes, but for hours. Sometimes for the whole day. Let's compare two people, just for 1 week. Person A, the distracted life, wakes up at 7 a.m., checks phone immediately, gets dopamine hit from Instagram reels, mind is noisy by 7:10, tries to focus on work at 9 but feels tired, can't sit still, keeps switching tabs, feels guilty for not doing enough, sleeps late, brain overloaded, every day is foggy, nothing gets done, self-confidence dies. Person B, the focused life, wakes up at 6:30 a.m., no phone for first 60 minutes, drinks water, sits in silence for 10 minutes, journals or reads 2 pages of a book, walks in sunlight or stretches, plans the one goal for the day. By 8 a.m., their brain is clear, energy is high, and direction is sharp. They don't react to the world. They move with intention. And in just 7 days, they feel like a different person. For the next 7 days, no phone for the first 60 minutes after waking. Instead, do this. Drink 1 glass of water. Breathe deeply for 5 minutes. Sit in silence or go for a walk. Write down 1 goal for the day. Do 1 small thing with full attention. No music, no phone, just focus. This will feel difficult at first because your brain is addicted to stimulation. But every single day you follow this. You repair your brain. You rebuild your focus. You reclaim your power. This is how you start winning your life. One morning at a time. Step 2. Remove the attention killers. This is not a tip. This is survival. If your focus is a fire, then your phone is a fire extinguisher. If your mind is a garden, then distractions are weeds, ugly, growing, silent killers. And every day you are watering them without even knowing. If you're constantly surrounded by distractions, you can't fix your focus, no matter how hard you try. And that's the painful truth nobody wants to hear. People say, "I'm trying to be more focused." But their environment is loud, messy, and full of chaos. They're trying to meditate, next to a ringing phone, trying to study, with 10 tabs open, trying to read while scrolling every 3 minutes. That's like trying to get six-pack abs while eating a donut every 5 minutes. It doesn't work. It never will. So, in this step, we are going to be brutally honest. You cannot grow unless you first remove what's killing you. This is the purge. This is the detox. This is the part that most people skip. And that's why they stay stuck. Let's talk about the invisible killers. They're not dangerous because they are loud. They're dangerous because they are constant. They don't feel like a big deal. But that's exactly why they are so powerful. They slowly steal your energy, your mental clarity, and your ability to focus, one notification at a time. Here's what they look like. Constant phone notifications, loud environments, cluttered desk, too many open tabs, group chats buzzing, music with lyrics while studying, open doors, background TV, sitting with people who keep talking, mindless scrolling before deep work, multitasking with 4 windows at once, cheap dopamine everywhere. You don't see the damage until it's too late. And you wonder why your focus is gone, why you can't finish things, why you keep starting and stopping, why you always feel tired. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. Imagine 2 students. Both are preparing for the same exam. Student A sits in a room filled with distractions, phone buzzing every 10 minutes, music playing in the background, TV noise from another room, snacks and junk on the table, friends walking in and out, a desk covered in books, wrappers, wires. He studies for 3 hours, but his brain only receives 20 minutes of real learning. The rest of the time? Wasted, interrupted, broken. He finishes the day frustrated, anxious, and doubting himself. Student B, on the other hand, does something different. Switches off the phone, closes the door, clears the desk, puts headphones on, only instrumental if needed, turns off all tabs except one, starts a 45-minute timer, works like a monk, full presence, full attention. He studies for just 90 minutes, but gets more done than most people do in 4 hours. His brain enters flow, time disappears, his confidence returns. And this is not magic. This is what happens when your mind has space. Your brain cannot multitask. Science has shown that switching tasks, even for a few seconds, reduces your efficiency by up to 40%. Every ping, every scroll, every click resets your brain. You lose focus, and you also lose energy. This is why you feel exhausted even when you haven't done anything. You didn't run a marathon. But your brain did, because it kept switching, again, and again, and again. Focus is not just about what you aid, it's about what you remove. And when you remove the noise, what remains is you, calm, powerful, capable, present. For the next 3 days, you're going to eliminate the poison. Every morning before you start your work or studies, Turn off all notifications. All, not just silent. Off. Put your phone in another room. Don't trust yourself. Clear your physical space. Remove every item not related to the task. Set a timer for 45 minutes and promise yourself 0 interruptions. Tell people you're not available. No apologies. You're protecting your mind. Use noise-blocking headphones if needed. Silence is focus's best friend. Do one task, and only one. Track your distractions. Keep a small notepad beside you. Every time your mind wanders, write it down. When 45 minutes are done, take a 10-minute mindful break. Repeat for 3 cycles max, no more. Quality, quantity. You will be shocked by how much you get done. You will feel like a new person after just 3 days. And once your brain experiences this clarity, it will start craving it. You'll realize just how much you were drowning in noise and how powerful your mind truly is when it's free. You don't need a new planner. You don't need a new app. You don't need a new technique. You just need to clear the junk that's blocking your brain. Because your focus is not weak. It's just buried under distraction. Remove the attention killers, and your inner genius will wake up. Step 3. The dopamine reset. There is a secret enemy that destroys your focus. It doesn't scream. It doesn't shout. It doesn't hurt your body. It silently destroys your brain. Every hour, every day, without you even noticing. And that enemy is high dopamine stimulation. If step 1 taught you how to start your day with power, and step 2 taught you how to remove the killers around you, then step 3 will teach you how to remove the killer inside you. Most people think they can't focus because they lack discipline. They think something is wrong with them. They think they're weak. The truth is frightening and simple. Your brain has become addicted to fast, cheap pleasure. Every reel, every notification, every like, every quick entertainment, every rapid reward. All of it trains your mind to expect instant gratification. So when you try to do something important, something slow, something long, something difficult, your brain rejects it. Not because you're dumb, not because you're weak, but because your mind has been conditioned to crave easy dopamine. Your brain has forgotten how to wait, how to stay with one task, how to sit in silence, how to focus deeply. Most people are not suffering from lack of focus. They are suffering from dopamine fatigue. This is why you feel tired even when you did nothing. Your brain is exhausted because it jumps from stimulus to stimulus all day. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that controls desire, motivation, and reward. When you scroll, your brain releases a small explosion of dopamine. When you switch apps, another explosion. When you check messages, another. When you scroll again, another. These small, constant dopamine hits create addiction pathways. Your brain becomes trained to always look for something new. New video, new notification, new message, new entertainment, new distraction. This means your brain no longer enjoys reading, writing, studying, working, thinking, long tasks, deep concentration. Because these things release dopamine slowly, so your brain, addicted to speed, avoids them. Let's imagine something simple. You are studying. Your phone buzzes. You look at it for just 6 seconds. That tiny moment forces your brain to stop, switch, and reset. It then takes your brain 20 minutes to go back to deep focus. But you think, it was just a few seconds. Nothing happened. You are wrong. Something did happen. A deep reset of your brain's attention system. A complete break in your concentration cycle. Do this 5 times per hour and your brain never reaches deep focus again. Not even once. This is why people spend 4 hours studying and only absorb 20 minutes of real material. Because their brain is constantly switching between dopamine hits and slow tasks, and your brain prefers the hit. Every single time. Your brain cannot focus when it has been trained to expect pleasure every 10 seconds. Your brain has forgotten how to sit still. Your brain has forgotten how to wait. Your brain has forgotten how to be bored. But boredom is not weakness. Boredom is the birthplace of genius. Every breakthrough idea in history came from a quiet mind. But today, no one is quiet. No one is still. No one is present. Everyone is chasing the next dopamine hit. This step will break that cycle. For the next 24 hours, you are going to give your brain a break from high-stimulation activities. This is not a punishment. This is healing. This is brain repair. This is how you fix your focus at the deepest level. Here's what you remove. No social media, no reels, no TikTok, no short videos, no video switching, no unnecessary chatting, no loud music, no junk entertainment, no random browsing, no constant app switching, no multitasking. And here's what you allow. Silence, slow breathing, walking, reading something simple, thinking, writing, light music without lyrics, peaceful environment, real conversations, one task at a time, long, deep attention. Your brain will resist. Of course it will. It is addicted. But that discomfort you feel, that restlessness, that frustration, that is not pain. That is detox. And every hour you stay with it, your brain resets, your mind clears, your fog disappears, your attention grows stronger, your ability to think deeply increases, your inner calm returns. Your ancestors lived without distraction. They built cities, they discovered mathematics, they wrote books, they created art, they built civilizations. You can too. You simply have to reclaim your brain. Imagine 2 versions of yourself. Version 1. Scrolling every hour, watching reels every night, checking messages every 10 minutes, feeling tired, anxious, unfocused, mentally slow, no clarity, no energy, no direction. Version 2. Stops scrolling for just 72 hours, removes all high dopamine for 3 days, reads for 20 minutes each morning, walks for 15 minutes in silence, thinks deeply for the first time in months, feels calm, feels powerful, feels clear, feels present, feels alive again. One small change. 3 days. Massive difference. Focus is not about intelligence. Focus is not about talent. Focus is about dopamine discipline. If you control your dopamine, you control your mind. If you control your mind, you control your life. For the next 3 days. Day 1. Reduce all high dopamine activities by 50%. Day 2. Reduce them by 70%. Replace them with quiet time, reading, or walking. Day 3. Go complete minimal dopamine. Silence. Peace. Single tasking. One task at a time. Deep breathing. Slow thinking. Complete presence. At the end of these 3 days, you will feel something different in your mind. A sharpness, a calmness, a clarity. Your thoughts will become cleaner, your senses sharper, your mind lighter. This is how focus returns. This is how productivity returns. This is how your life returns. You are not fixing your focus. You are rebuilding your brain. Step 4. Single tasking. The hidden superpower you've been ignoring. The lie you've been told your whole life. Multitasking is productive. Do more things at once and save time. Smart people juggle multiple tasks. That lie has cost you your energy, your creativity, your mental health, your dreams. Because the truth is, multitasking is not a skill. It's a weakness. And it's one of the main reasons your brain cannot stay focused today. Let's be honest. Most people aren't truly multitasking. They're just rapidly switching between tasks. Replying to a message, then writing an email, then checking Instagram, then returning to the email, then looking at YouTube, then trying to finish a project. Each time you switch tasks, your brain loses focus. It has to pause, disconnect, reload, and refocus every single time. And this constant switching drains your mental energy faster than anything else. It creates brain fog, shallow work, low memory, anxiety, mental fatigue, burnout. You are working twice as hard and getting half as much done. And worst of all, you feel like a failure. You feel slow. You feel weak. You start questioning your intelligence. But it's not your fault. It's your approach. Let me give you a simple metaphor that will change how you think forever. Imagine a light bulb and a laser. Both are made of light, but one just glows softly. The other cuts through steel. The difference? Focus. A laser is just focused light. Your brain is the same. If your attention is scattered like a light bulb, you glow, but you don't impact. But if your attention is focused like a laser, you become unstoppable. You stop surviving. You start transforming. You can be busy all day and achieve nothing. That's what multitasking does. It keeps you trapped in motion, not progress. You feel like you're doing a lot, but at the end of the day, you have no deep results. And that's why you feel mentally exhausted even though you were just sitting in one place all day. You didn't use your mind, you drained it. You want focus, you want peace, you want to actually finish things. Learn the lost art of doing one thing at a time. This is how the greatest minds in the world work. Artists paint one stroke at a time. Writers type one word at a time. Scientists test one idea at a time. Musicians play one note at a time. Champions train one movement at a time. True mastery is always deep and narrow, not wide and shallow. Here's what you're going to do every day for the next 7 days. Choose one important task for the day. Set a timer for 45 minutes. Eliminate every distraction. Phone off, tabs closed, door shut. Work only on that task. Do not allow your brain to switch. When the timer ends, take a 10-minute break. Repeat for up to 3 sessions per day. This is how you rebuild your brain. This is how you train your attention to go deep again. This is how you become the laser, not the light bulb. You don't need more hours. You need more depth inside your hours. Step 5. Train your mind like a muscle. They say, some people are just naturally focused. I can't do it. I'm not like them. My mind is weak. I get bored easily. I'm not a reader. I can't sit still. That's nonsense. Let me say this clearly. Focus is not a gift. It's a skill. And every skill is trainable. Your brain is not different from your body. If you train it, it gets stronger. If you ignore it, it gets weaker. Right now, your brain is mentally out of shape. Not because you're lazy, but because you've spent years feeding it. Shallow content, quick switches, noisy stimulation, fast pleasure, no deep thinking. Your brain has become a restless machine. But today, we begin your mental workout. Let's imagine your brain is a gym. If you walk into a real gym for the first time and try to lift a 100-pound weight, you'll fail. Not because you're weak, but because you're untrained. It's the same with mental focus. Trying to concentrate for an hour without any practice is like trying to run a marathon without ever jogging. So what do we do in a gym? We start small, we train daily, we rest properly, we grow consistently. And that is exactly how you fix your focus. Every single day, do these 3 exercises. Exercise 1, 10 minutes of silent reading. Choose a physical book. No Kindle, no phone, no PDF. Read slowly, no skipping. If your mind wanders, bring it back. You are training your ability to stay with one idea. This is push-ups for your attention. Exercise 2, 10 minutes of deep writing. Take a notebook. Write down what you're thinking, what you're grateful for, what you're planning, what you're feeling. Again, do not switch tasks. Don't check your phone. Let your thoughts go deep. This strengthens your clarity and expression. Exercise 3, 10 minutes of active thinking. Sit with a question and think about it. Without music, without screen, without distraction. Examples. What matters most in my life right now? Why do I keep getting distracted? What would I do if I wasn't afraid? What does my dream life look like? This is meditation for thinkers. Let your mind stretch, slow down, breathe. Every day, do all 3. 1, 10 minutes of reading. 2, 10 minutes of writing. 3, 10 minutes of deep thinking. That's it, just 30 minutes per day. In 7 days, your thoughts will become stronger. In 14 days, your focus will double. In 30 days, you will feel like a new version of yourself. This is how you rewire your mind. This is how you fix your brain. This is how you build an unshakable inner world in a noisy outer world. People today train their bodies, but ignore their minds. They build muscle, but not discipline. They diet for health, but not for clarity. They lift weights, but not responsibility. They run for fitness, but not for purpose. The most powerful person in the room is never the loudest. It's the one who has trained their mind. And today, you become that person. Step 6. Remove the people who drain your attention. The painful truth. You can't fix your focus if your life is full of people who keep breaking it. Let that sentence sink in. People don't just steal your time. They steal your attention. They steal your clarity. They steal your emotional energy. And most of the time, they don't even realize they're doing it. They talk over your silence. They interrupt your thinking. They pull you into drama. They question your goals. They laugh at your seriousness. They don't believe in your transformation. But the truth is, you become who you're around. And if you're surrounded by people who live in distraction, you will struggle to live in focus. Even if you want to change, they will pull you back. Because your discipline is a threat to their comfort. Focus is fragile. It takes time to build and seconds to destroy. You sit down to work, and a friend walks in with a quick chat. You open your notebook, and a toxic person starts complaining. You begin reading, and someone wants to argue over nothing. You finally feel mentally clear, and they bring gossip, noise, chaos. And here's what happens. You carry their energy for the next 30 minutes, 3 hours, sometimes 3 days. This is what we call attention residue. You are no longer thinking your thoughts. You are emotionally reacting to theirs. Imagine you have 3 people around you every day. Person A always talks about goals, routines, growth, books. Person B talks about nonsense, phones, gossip, distractions. Person C always complains, makes fun of discipline, hates silence. Now ask yourself, which version of you will grow? You don't need 100 good people. You need to stop giving your attention to the wrong ones. Your environment doesn't just affect your mood, it shapes your future. That's the most common question. And here's the honest answer. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to leave them. You just have to protect your mind from their energy. Create space. Limit access. Communicate boundaries. Be less available when you're focusing. Use silence as your shield. Let your actions, not arguments, do the talking. Because the most powerful response to someone who mocks your seriousness is to succeed in silence. Take a notebook and write this. Who adds clarity to my life? Who adds chaos to my life? Now adjust your time. More time with the first list. Less time with the second. You don't have to cut people. Just reduce the volume. Even 20% less exposure to negative energy can improve your focus by 80%. Remember this. You don't need better motivation. You need better protection. Protect your mental energy like your entire life depends on it. Because it does. Step 7. Eat for your mind, not your mouth. You fix your morning. You clean your environment. You reset your dopamine. You start reading. You start thinking. You feel better. You start focusing. But halfway through the day, your energy crashes. You feel tired. Your brain slows down. You get foggy, lazy, distracted. And you ask, what's wrong with me? The answer is simple. You're not feeding your brain. Your mind runs on fuel, and most people are fueling it with poison. The mistake most people make. You treat food like pleasure, but your brain needs it like oxygen. Think of your brain like a Formula One car. If you give it cheap fuel, it won't win the race. It will break down halfway. Focus is not just a mental practice. It is also a physical state. And when your body feels heavy, inflamed, or slow, your brain cannot stay clear. The science made simple. Your brain is only 2% of your body's weight, but it uses 20% of your body's energy, which means everything you eat affects your ability to think. Foods that create mental sharpness. Eggs, natural choline for memory. Walnuts, like brain-shaped batteries. Blueberries, natural antioxidants. Leafy greens, nutrient-dense energy. Water, most people are dehydrated without knowing. Dark chocolate, for focus and mood, but not sugar-filled. Green tea, caffeine plus calm clarity. Fatty fish, omega-3 for attention span. Foods that destroy focus, sugary snacks, energy drinks, white bread, fried foods, ultra-processed junk, anything that makes you feel sleepy after eating. The problem is not your motivation. It's your blood sugar spike and crash. Imagine two versions of yourself on the same day. Version A, breakfast, white bread plus sugar tea. Lunch, fried food plus heavy sauces. Afternoon, sleepy, slow scrolling phone. Brain, foggy, unmotivated, distracted. Version B, breakfast, eggs plus avocado. Lunch, grilled food plus greens plus lemon water. Afternoon, calm, clear, focused. Brain, alert, steady, productive. Same day, same hours. Two completely different minds. One moves forward, one falls behind. For the next 7 days, start your day with water and protein. Avoid sugar. Avoid processed snacks. Eat whole. Drink water every 60 minutes. Keep a bottle near you. No excuses. Remove one processed item from each meal. No soda, no fried, no chips. Eat one brain food every day. Walnuts, eggs, greens, blueberries, tea. Avoid heavy food before deep work. Eat light, think clear. Eat heavy, think slow. Do this for 1 week, and your brain will feel sharper than it has in months. You don't need energy drinks. You need nutrition. You need real fuel, because your body feeds your brain, and your brain builds your focus, and your focus builds your life. Step 8. Move your body. Motion sharpens the mind. You're trying to fix your mind. You're reading books. You're watching motivational videos. You're writing goals. You're building habits. But your body is stuck, sitting all day, still, tight, stiff, tired. You cannot fix your mind if you are ignoring the machine that carries it. Focus doesn't start in the brain. It starts in motion. If your body is stagnant, your mind will be too. But when you move, your blood flows, your brain wakes up, your energy rises, your attention returns. You don't need a workout plan. You need to move, daily, intentionally, naturally. Movement releases chemicals in the brain, endorphins, natural mood boosters. BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, helps brain cells grow. Serotonin stabilizes mood and motivation. Dopamine, reward and focus. When you move your body, you are literally repairing your brain's ability to think clearly. It's not a gym thing, it's a survival thing. This is why people feel more focused after a walk. Why great thinkers used to take long walks before big decisions. Why anxiety disappears after 20 minutes of sweating. Motion is not optional. It's required. There was a young man who was spiraling mentally. He had lost motivation. He couldn't study, couldn't focus, spent all day in bed, phone in hand, mind in chaos. He tried everything, books, quotes, apps. Nothing worked. One day he forced himself to walk. Just 10 minutes. No music, no talking, no phone, just walking. And something changed. His brain slowed down. His thoughts became softer. His chest felt lighter. He went again the next day, then again, then again. In 30 days, his focus was back. Not because of a hack, because he moved. Sometimes the fastest way to clear the mind is to move the body. Your challenge, the 10-10-10 method. Every day, do this. 10-minute morning movement. Stretching, walking, jumping jacks, anything to activate your body. 10-minute midday reset. Around 2 p.m., when focus drops, step away. Walk, breathe, move. 10-minute evening unwind. Gentle movement to release stress and signal calmness to your mind. No gym, no rules, just movement. Because stillness kills clarity and motion brings it back. You don't need motivation. You need momentum. And momentum begins with motion. Move your body, and your mind will follow. Step 9. Make your life simple. Because clarity is a form of power. Most people are not failing because they're weak. They're failing because they're carrying too much. Too many tabs open. Too many apps. Too many opinions. Too many goals. Too many clothes. Too many decisions. Too many thoughts. Too much noise. Life has become a buffet of distractions. And you are mentally full before the real work even begins. You don't need more. You need less. Focus isn't just about attention. It's about elimination. When your life becomes simpler, your energy goes deeper. Your thoughts become clearer. Your heart feels lighter. This is where focus finally begins to grow. Samurai warriors were trained to fight with perfect focus. Their secret? Simplicity. One sword, one movement, one intention, one breath. They simplified everything to master one thing. That's why they were powerful. That's why they were feared. That's why they were free. Modern life is the opposite. Multiple devices, multiple plans, multiple conversations, multiple desires. We're drowning in options. And starving for clarity. You cannot focus if your life is too complicated. Simplicity equals freedom. Steve Jobs wore the same clothes every day. Why? To save mental energy. One less decision equals more brain power for creation. Many billionaires do this. Athletes do this. Writers do this. They simplify their lives to focus on their one mission. And here you are, trying to grow while carrying 1,000 open loops in your head. You don't need more systems. You need to remove the clutter. This week, simplify these 5 areas. 1. Your to-do list. Choose only 1 to 2 meaningful goals per day. That's it. 2. Your environment. Clear your room. Remove 10 unnecessary items. Create space. 3. Your wardrobe. Pick your 5 go-to outfits. Don't waste energy choosing. 4. Your schedule. Cut the unnecessary calls, visits, tasks. Say no more often. 5. Your digital space. Delete apps you don't use. Mute conversations. Turn off notifications. Every small simplification gives your brain more space to focus. Because when your life becomes lighter, your mind becomes brighter. Clarity is not a luxury. It is a weapon. When you simplify, you become sharp. And when you become sharp, nothing can distract you. Step 10. Create a daily focus ritual. You've read every tip. You've done the work. You've cleared the noise. You've simplified. You've detoxed your dopamine. You've started protecting your mornings. You've removed distractions. But there's one final problem. Tomorrow, you'll forget. You'll wake up, check your phone, get pulled into messages, notifications, tasks, and by the time you remember your focus plan, it's already gone. That's what happens when you depend on motivation. Motivation is emotional. It changes, it fades, it disappears. But rituals are mechanical. Rituals don't care how you feel. Rituals create consistency, and consistency builds identity. And identity creates transformation. Think of any master, a world-class writer, an Olympic athlete, a monk, a billionaire, a CEO, a Navy SEAL. They all have one thing in common: ritual. Something they do every single day, no matter how they feel. This is not a routine. This is sacred. This is their anchor in a world of chaos. And if you want to master your focus, you must build your own. Let's go deep with one of the most powerful metaphors I've ever created. A warrior walks into battle every day. He doesn't wait to feel brave. He doesn't hope for strength. He doesn't guess what to do. He sharpens his sword. He checks his armor. He says a prayer. He breathes. He walks forward. Not because he is fearless, but because his ritual has trained him to face the fire. You are that warrior. Your mind is the battlefield. Your focus is your sword. And your ritual is your armor. Without ritual, you are unprotected. Without ritual, you're vulnerable to the world's noise. Without ritual, your focus disappears every time life gets hard. But with ritual, you are unshakable. What is a focus ritual? It's a small, repeatable system that you follow every day to return your brain to clarity, your body to readiness, and your soul to purpose. It's not random. It's not optional. It's not about feeling good. It's about showing up every day, no matter what. This is how legends are built. Every morning before you begin your day, no phone, no noise, no distractions. Just this. Ask the 4 power questions. What is the one thing I must finish today? No matter what. What is stealing my attention right now? And how can I remove it? If I had complete focus today, what could I create? What kind of person do I want to become by tonight? These questions reprogram your mind. They bring clarity. They connect your goals to your identity. They teach your brain to focus on what matters. Do a 5-minute mind cleanse. Sit still. Eyes closed. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Breathe out slowly. Let your thoughts slow down. This is not meditation. This is mental sharpening. You are preparing for war. You are reminding yourself, I control my mind. My attention is mine. I create my state. Set a 45-minute deep work window. Start your day with one focused session. Choose your most important task. Set a timer for 45 minutes. Do not break it. This one block can shift your entire day. You'll start your day with discipline, and the rest of the day will follow. This is how you build momentum. This is how you train your focus muscle. This is how you become a high-performance machine in a world full of noise and chaos. How long should you do this? Every day, every morning, for the next 90 days. Let this ritual rebuild your brain, rewire your attention, reprogram your identity, and when you miss a day, don't quit. Return. Begin again. This is a ritual, not a race. Because the world won't stop screaming. Your phone won't stop buzzing. People won't stop demanding. You need a space, a system, a ritual. That brings you back to your center. That protects you. That grounds you. That reminds you who you are and who you're becoming. This is not a productivity tip. This is spiritual. This is sacred. This is the key to becoming unstoppable. Listen closely. You were never broken. You were never lazy. You were never hopeless. You were simply distracted. And this world is built to keep you that way. Because a distracted mind is easy to control, easy to manipulate, easy to sell to, easy to silence. But a focused mind is dangerous. A focused mind is free. A focused mind is powerful. A focused mind is a revolution. When you fix your focus, you reclaim your life. You stop existing. You start living. You stop reacting. You start creating. You stop being a follower. You become a force. So if today's video gave you clarity, if even one step woke something inside you, then don't let this be a moment. Make it a movement. Start today. Protect your morning. Remove the noise. Detox your mind. Single task with discipline. Train your brain. Move your body. Simplify your life. Fuel your focus. Build your ritual. And never give your attention away for free again. Because this is your mind, your focus, your future, and it's time to take it back.